No matter what I'm about to tell you, I am not gonna cry. I am not gonna get teary-eyed. I will not do that no matter what. So don't get me started. But good grief, I am just absolutely blown away in a good way. Blown away, blown away. So I welcome you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I have some really exciting news to share with you. And I would love to see before we get started where in the world you are watching from because we have people from all over the world and I love it. And I love hearing your stories, seeing your stories, interacting with you guys. It's so cool because I can come back here a couple times a week and kind of check in and see how you're doing. But good grief, y'all. Good grief. I'm going to wait for people to start joining in. Hey, American Eden from Indiana. Thank you so much. Watching on YouTube. Also, I am now back on YouTube. I was banned for a little bit. I'm banned on Twitter permanently, but I have a backup account. Shh. Telling you. Shh. I was even banned on Getter for a while. But I'm on Facebook now, on YouTube, back on YouTube. I'm such a bad gal. I'm surprised you guys are hanging out with me. Hey there, Jeff. We got Jeff from Valdosta, Georgia. How's everything in Georgia? Hey, Lisa from Lapeer, Michigan. Used to race motocross in Lapeer. Yeah. Birch Run Road is the exit that we would get off. Baja Acres. Is it still there? Just interesting. So Lisa is also watching from YouTube. Welcome, YouTubers. It's funny because I had a huge following on YouTube back 10 years ago when I first started with Zumba, and I started posting a lot of my Zumba choreography. And I remember one video I had like 200,000 views on it, and I showed Rocco, just showed him, and he goes, "Well, what are you doing in that video?" Like, as if it was something. No, it's just choreography. And then I started working for Zumba as a choreographer, so they asked me to take those videos down. So, wah, wah. We're going to build it back up. We're going to make it great. I'm so glad you're here. I have exciting news to share with you. And also, I want to give you some value out of this. So, I'm going to share a little bit about my book, Killer House, that is, yes. Hey, Brian, thank you so much. I really wanted to, I'm not going to cry, not going to cry, not going to cry. Don't make me cry. It doesn't take much. I really should have been an actress because I am very emotional. It's easy. But hey, Mark France, Mark is a Facebooker. And Tina Wesson. Tina, do not get me. No, I'm not going to do it. Is this Mark and Tina Wesson? Tina Wesson from Alabama? Because that word that your husband gave me, good grief, Tina. Oh, Baja Acres is still there. Yes, I used to race motocross. Can you believe that? Yes. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? All right. I'm so excited to read this. Okay. I am not going to cry. You can't, you're not going to get me to. Nope, it's not going to happen. So, hey, Mike Whitcomb. Hey, Mike, just ordered the book. Ooh, these are new glasses. What do you think? I like the pink. But it helps me to see. Just ordered the book. Can't wait to get started on it. Thank you, Shemaine. Okay. My book is #1 on Amazon in 2 categories. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to cry. Thank you, Tina. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just blown away, and the reason is because it truly takes a village to publish a book. I self-published this. I actually brought this to not a lot, but probably half a dozen publishers who turned it down. I even tried to get a literary agent, couldn't do it. So I'm excited because I can't wait to share with you in the future how I went about doing this, how I actually published it. It took me, I have some team people who helped me get my own QR code. I have a Faith and Freedom Press publishing company now. She's like, what do you want to call your publishing company? And I'm like, Faith and Freedom. Sounds good. Let's do it. But it really, it was, I want to say a year. I started writing it about a year ago. I finished it September of last year. The publisher who said that they were initially interested went, wah, wah. Sorry, we're going to pass. Sent it out to a couple other publishers. Sorry, we're going to pass. Sorry, we're going to pass. And I'm like, I got to get this information out. I know it's going to help people. I am 150% positive. You will read this book and you will go, oh, I never thought of that. Oh, maybe that's why I'm getting headaches. Oh, maybe that's why my son has asthma. Oh, maybe that's why I can't sleep. Oh, maybe that's why I have joint pain, fibromyalgia, brain fog, and even cancer. For those of you who don't know, 30-second recap of why I'm here, what I'm doing. The name of my book is called Killer House. I don't even think I have a link for it. You can, if you want to grab my book and find out more information on it, I don't even have a link for it. But you can go to my website, ShermaineNugent.rocks, or it's available now. Just look up Killer House. If somebody wants to post the link, or you could just Google Killer House book on Amazon. If you go to Amazon and look up Killer House book, I did it a bunch of times. First thing when I got up this morning, my book was #1 in chronic pain. And then just a little while ago, I Googled it again, or searched it. That's a better term. Searched it. So Killer House book comes up and it's #1 in headache, which it should be. And that's the reason I wrote that book, is because I got sick and almost died. I was once named Detroit's most physical female, and I was teaching just boatloads, like a dozen or more high intensity fitness classes per week. And then it got to the point where I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs. My life depended on it. And meanwhile, doctors were just telling me, you're too stressed. You got a lot going on. Of course. Who doesn't? So I tell my story, and I wrote the book so that it reads like a story. It reads kind of like a novel. I read a book called Bitten, and it's all about Lyme disease. And I thought, oh, how is this going to be interesting? I read it cover to cover in one sitting. And that's what gave me the idea. I want to write a book that will share with you my journey. And I have some personal stories in there, very, very personal stories. And the reason I did that is because what you are going through emotionally will affect your body physically. Hands down, no question. And your environment. So this is a mind, body, spirit approach. And yes, Tina Wesson, there is a chapter on spiritual warfare. Tina Wesson was with me in Yuba City, California. Was it 2 weeks ago when I did a speech on stage at Bard's Fest and shot my bow and arrow? Tina, just tell me, like, were you kind of worried when I pulled out my bow? Were you going, oh? When I was practicing, I thought, okay, I want to set up the target, and I got to make sure, I'm on stage. I got to make sure some things might happen, rustling the bow. Some things could get loosened. So I want to make sure everything's okay. And there were, maybe before the whole Bard's Fest started, there was like a couple of dozen people just sitting there, setting up tables and chairs and things like that. And even in front of just a couple dozen people, I'm on stage and I'm like, why did I decide to do this on stage in front of hundreds of people? Why did I decide to do that? Anyways, oh, look at Tina. Look at Tina. Thank you, Tina. There it is. Killer House is the air in your home killing you. So anyways, guys, another favor I want to ask of you, and then I'm going to share some information. I've been doing a lot of a lot of interviews lately this week. And next week, I'm going to be on Alex Jones. Tuesday, I'll be on Alex Jones's show for 90 minutes. So check that out. It will be 11:30 Central Time till 1 o'clock Central Time. alexjonesinfowars.com. And I texted him. I'm like, hey, I got a book out. He said, come on, let's come on the show. Like, really? So maybe on Alex's show. But kind of lost track of what I was saying. I'm reading your comments. Okay, so here's what I need. One more favor. Whoa, I'll have to catch that. Jennifer says, one more favor. And the reason I'm putting this information out, if you've been here before, the content I put out is, I hope, helpful and of service to people. My goal in life is to change people's lives. I got sick and almost died. I don't want that to happen to you. The reason I want you, if you're remotely interested in getting a copy of the book, get it today, because that will change the algorithm. And now it's going to start showing up for people who search at Amazon for headache. I need a cure for my headache. I promise you I can help. I had such phenomenally debilitating migraines. I wanted to die. I swear, I wanted to die. I'm not going to cry. Not going to do it. I was popping migraine medication. I mean, if anybody were to look at the history of medication that I've had for the last 25 years, I'll never forget there was one, Imitrex, Trexament. There was one, it was an Imitrex self-injection. Okay, you would literally like thrust it into your thigh and push a button, and it would get into your system. And one time I had Ted I had done it a couple times before, and I was just so, you'll read the story about how I was on the floor at our house, and Rocco was 10, I think, and Ted wasn't there. Rocco had to call an ambulance because I couldn't get off the floor. Not going to cry. And anyways, when Ted gave me the shot one time, another time, I mean, again, I took migraine medication that number one side effect were, all these chronic fatigue, sleepiness, all that's drowsiness. And then one of the side effects were death. Not kidding. And so Ted gave me this injection one time, and I think he hit it a little bit too hard. I was screaming. And within minutes, I had this phenomenal headache, like 10 times worse than just a typical migraine. And dude, I've had the worst of the worst migraines. And I'll tell you another story about when I was in the hospital getting morphine. And I asked the doctor, do you have anything else? Anyway, so I go back to the story with me and Ted. So Ted's like, what can I do? And I'm looking at the instructions. I'm reading, okay, I did it right. I'm reading the side effects. The number 2 side effect for this medication was headache. What? Praise God, I don't get migraines anymore. I went from having minimum 3 migraines a week, 3 to 5 migraines a week for years, 10, 15 years. I can't believe I'm still walking with all the medication I put in my body. And I am living proof. The human body has an amazing ability to heal. Yeah. Okay, Anastasia, I'm not going to cry. Yes, morphine's terrible. I remember I was rushed to the hospital because I kept thinking, like, at what point, anybody, write in the comment section, yes, if you get or have gotten a migraine. You know what I'm talking about. And at one point, I'm like, my head's got to explode. There's no way that I can take any more pain. It's gonna explode. Do you know what I'm talking about? And Ted rushed me to the hospital, and I've been hospitalized for migraines many times. My stepson Toby took me once. Went in the ambulance a couple times. All that. So when you see videos of me dancing, and I remember one time I was teaching a fitness class, and after I had recovered, and again, in my book, Killer House, I go through all the steps to take to recover, to recognize, remediate, and recover from toxic mold. I am 150% absolutely positive it will change your life. But I remember this one girl said, "Do you smile like that when you're teaching because you have to?" And I went, "No, I'm just so grateful that my body can move. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry." Okay. Have them read my book, Deborah. It's so horrible. I don't think we need to get migraines. I don't think children need to get migraines. There's something else wrong. I did everything. I eliminated, I was eating like nothing because, okay, um, certain fruits could trigger migraines, chocolate, MSG is a big no-no. And obviously toxic mold, paint, volatile organic compounds. So I go into so much detail in my book. It's not just about toxic mold. It's about these other things that will contribute to you having migraines. Let me ask you a question, Deborah. In all honesty, does your son use fabric softener, chemically scented fabric softener that will also give you migraines? Chemically scented, those plugins, those heated plugins that will also give you migraines. So I changed a lot about my life, but you might also see me with a cupcake or a cookie or whatever it is. Oh, someday soon. I mean, to be able that I can drink red wine used to trigger migraines. Dudes, it's on my bucket list. First, I have to record the audio version of Killer House, but I am going to come up with my own wine. And Bloody Noses is another. There's so many. Hey, Eric, how are you? Eric Johnson is, he is a legend in this industry. Eric, thank you so much for being here. Eric, what would you say? I mean, there's so many symptoms that are being misdiagnosed as fibromyalgia, lupus, and even cancer that are really caused by toxic mold. So my book, I'd love for you guys to get it. Here's the other favor I would love for you to do. For those of you who are going to get it or have gotten it already, could you please leave a review? And if it's a good one, here's what I'm going to do. For the 5-star reviews, I'm going to read them on my lives and for acknowledge you for whatever it's worth. Because I do get, the other day, I was doing a live on Instagram 2 days ago. And I thought, I'm going to be just talk about my book coming out. Hopefully everybody goes to Amazon.com, grabs a copy of Killer House. And I said, some people might think that this isn't a big deal. Other people know better. It's a very big deal. And if you recognize the signs and symptoms, I'm like a canary in a coal mine. Sometimes people will invite me over, or I go into a building. I go, sorry, can't come in. So there's so much that getting sick and almost dying taught me. It's that I have to stand up for myself. I'm not going to cry. And you do too. All right. So if you get a copy, leave a review on Amazon.com. The book is titled Killer House. Is the air in your home killing you? Unfortunately, for some people, it is. And I wrote this book for you, if that's you. If you're getting headaches, if you're getting migraines, especially sore throat, like Eric Johnson said, bloody nose, so many things can be attributed to just cleaning the air in your home. It sounds like a simple thing, right? You'd be surprised. You can, let's say you remediate from toxic mold and you even do it properly. And I go through the steps to remediate. And I have other people writing in my book. It's not just me, it's other people's stories. And let's say you remediate it properly, but you're still using Downy fabric softener, or you're still using Glade plugins, or you're still using toxic chemically scented cleaners, or you just paint a room and because you like the color pink or whatever it is, and it's with volatile organic compound, VOC paint. I can walk into a room that has been freshly painted, won't stay there long, but I can walk into a room and tell you if it was within days or weeks or even months of it being painted, if you used VOC paint, low VOC paint, or no VOC paint. I'm the canary. Okay. Yes, this is a big one too. Okay, take this test. Walk down the laundry soap aisle in the grocery store and look at if you can stand it, why does it have mountain fresh spring air? There's nothing fresh about it. And then isn't it interesting? I'm on a whole nother bandwagon right now, but I'm getting started. I could write so much more, Eric, about toxic mold and cleaning the air in our home and getting healthy. But why is it that detergents, if you go look up laundry soap, they don't have to list the chemicals in there. They don't have to list the ingredients. So you go to the website. I'm not going to name them, but whatever soap you're using, laundry soap, detergent, dish soap, go to their website and look at the ingredients. If it's something that you can't pronounce, it's probably toxic. And then look at the side effects. Look up the side effects of those ingredients. Okay. Mountain fresh spring air. Yes, I agree. I'm looking at your comments. Okay. Yes. It takes me forever to go grocery shopping because I go through this sometimes with Ted. He'll just grab, orange juice or something like that. I'm like, no, you've got to get the all natural, fresh squeezed, or I'll squeeze it. I'll do it at home. But a lot of people think that if it says natural on it, if it says organic on it, if it says made with chicken, look at the rest of the ingredients. Yes. Thank you so much, James. I am so excited. Yeah. Yeah. And MSG, funny, they have to first list the ingredient of food. Yeah. How about that lab? Oh, don't get me started. Lab grown meat. Yum. What? What? Have a cricket while you're at it. So, all right, guys. We have to yeah. And now I was just having this conversation with some people. I have yet another endeavor going on. I'll tell you about that soon. But I was just having this conversation about hunting. I would be scared to post a photo of myself with, I think I have right over there, whitetail antlers. I'd be afraid to post that because a couple times, not a lot, but a couple times I got nasty comments. I am so proud, especially with the pandemic, so proud to be a hunter and especially a bow hunter. I'm really, thank you, Kevin. I really appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart who went out and got my book, ordered the book. I'm going to be doing the audio version soon. I believe now it's available on hardcover, which you can get soft covers too, but hardcover and Kindle, I think it's available. But the soft cover is going to be, I think, available tomorrow. But I will check and let you know. I got through the whole thing without crying. Accomplishment for me. Thank you again so much, everybody. I appreciate it. Grab a copy for yourself and for someone who maybe that they have toxic mold and they're denying it. Grab a copy for them and just say, hey, check this out. I was at your house and I saw mushrooms growing on the carpeting. I saw black around your air vents. Might want to get that checked out. And by the way, read Shemaine's book. Just saying. Okay. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. Love you guys, and I will talk soon.